Why do we always stick our tongues out? Always.
I don't know.
I'm like,
it's not cute.
It's not.
It's not a good look.
It's because we feel uncomfortable.
Maybe it's a dog thing.
Well, maybe. I'm just trying to look more like a dog every day.
It was on purpose.
Okay, cool. Great. Welcome back.
We're back.
If you missed part 1, go ahead and head back over there, watch that first.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Alana.
And we are the founders of the wedding pet care industry.
So, if you saw part 1, which we just told you to go to, if you haven't already, it was our top 5 ways that you can include your dog in your wedding. We had so many tips that we had to make a second part to give you them all. So we have 5 more for you of common ways that you can include your dog in your wedding, or like we mentioned at the end of our last video, if your dog can't physically be present due to logistics or just their personality and it not being a good fit for them, there are also some really, really cool ways that you can still incorporate them in your day.
We prefaced in the first video, but again, make sure that you're considering your pet's personality when deciding on how to actually incorporate them in the day. Think about what they're going to be comfortable with, their exercise needs, the transportation, all those logistics, so that way you can make sure that they are going to have the best day ever too.
And if you need any help with that or have any questions, go ahead and drop a comment. We will absolutely be replying and are happy to help you guys figure that out if you need any help.
Exactly. So without further ado, here are 5 more tips on how to include your pet in your wedding day. Number 1, which is kind of number 6.
Yeah. I guess it is tip
ways.
6 though.
Yeah.
It is, right? Because fairy tale weddings. Okay. 6.
Had your ceremony, you've had your cocktail hour, now it is time to party. Wait, now it is time to potty. I don't like that. It's almost as bad as Conti. So it's time for your reception, and this is the first time that you're going to be introduced as a married couple. Maybe your bridal party is being introduced into the reception as well. And this could be a very fun way to incorporate your dog into your wedding as well. They don't have to stay for the whole reception, but they can be introduced with everybody into the reception.
It's so sweet.
Yes. Wait, the one that we did with Barley and Leo. That's the video we should put here because it was so cute.
Yeah, it was.
The way that they introduced, they had the groomsmen that walked the dogs down the aisle also go into the reception with each of the dogs. And
often during the intros, you'll do silly stuff, like have like a dance or something like that when each bridal party member comes out. And so he like made a last minute decision. No one knew he was gonna do it. And when I
love before when they're like, "What are you gonna do? Are you gonna dance with him? Like what?"
They were trying to figure out a cute thing with the dogs, and he didn't tell anybody. At the last second, he came out and he had a champagne glass with water or a wine glass, and he put it down and let him drink out of it to celebrate as they came in. It was so cute.
It was really cute. And then the couple went into their first dance. They did like a shortened version of their first dance, and the pups were all around. And after that, we grabbed the dogs, and that's pretty much when we headed out with them. So it's a really fun way to incorporate your dog into your wedding day. And like we said, they don't have to stay for the whole reception. They can just be there for the intro.
Exactly. Tip number 7. So we mentioned first look in the first video that you can include your dog in your photos at that time, but another really cute thing is to actually have a first look with your dog. Sounds kind of silly, but it is the sweetest thing ever. So oftentimes
it doesn't have to be extravagant or anything crazy if you're thinking about doing this, but it's a really sweet moment.
Yeah, so if you're doing a first look, you have that. We're kind of off to the side. Once you're done, we will walk up to the 2 of you and tap you on the shoulder. You turn around and your dog is there, and they're just so excited to see you. You can get all those photos together at that time. We've even had a couple weddings recently where they've actually surprised their partner with their dog at the first look. So that's a whole nother thing that is so cute. They think they're doing a first look.
I think we're gonna have to do a whole video on surprises.
Yeah, we've already done one. We'll have to do another one.
Did we already do that?
Yeah, so they think they're doing a first look with their partner, and then they actually turn around and it's their dog. And they either didn't know their dog was coming at all and thought it was too crazy and they found us and made it happen, or they knew their dog was coming but didn't know they were coming till later. So that's always a really sweet way. So surprise or not, it's a great time to have those really cute photos with your dog and just kind of get those pictures done early.
And really the only planning that has to go into it, chat with your photographer, let them know that you want to do something to this effect, have a first look with your dog.
Tip number 8.
How do you do your 8?
Ooh, that's interesting.
So the last 3 tips that we have for you can be done in addition to actually having your pup be a part of your celebration, but they're also great tips if your dog cannot physically attend your wedding. So for whatever reason, maybe it's personality, maybe it's logistics, whatever it is, if your dog can't actually be a part of your wedding, there are still some really cool ways to incorporate them into the day. Your pup is very special to you. You have a very special bond. They're your best friend. They're your baby. You still want to honor them on your wedding day, but maybe they can't actually be there, or maybe you want to do this in addition to actually having them
And just
there.
have them be a part of everything.
So they can be, there's a lot of fun ways to incorporate your dog into your wedding day details. We have seen some really cool ideas. One of my favorites, and potentially maybe the most common, is naming one of your signature cocktails after your dog. You can get super creative with this. You can have signage out that has a picture of your dog or a character of your dog.
I'll put a few up here because they're so cute.
Yes. We love seeing the names that,
Yes.
that couples come up with.
Banjos. Oh my gosh, it was the Banjo-hito. It was something mojito.
Banjito.
Banjito maybe. His name was Banjo, and it was so cute.
So that's a really cute way to incorporate them into the details. I've also seen a couple that had a treat bar set up. So they actually put out like a few different treats and had little doggy bags so that couples could take treats home to their pets.
And there's usually like a little sign, or the treat bags are custom with like a character of their dog or something, and it says, you know, we're so sorry your dog couldn't attend our wedding, but our dog Macy wants you to take some treats home to her, or something
Yes.
cute like that. The cake topper is also probably right up there with the cocktails, the most common. There's some that are like little silhouettes with your dog breed like on it and you guys, or we've seen like actual like clay made custom
Yes.
toppers that are like true to life with your animals on them. There's
Really
some
cute.
really cool ones. Oh, and then there's some cake artists that are amazing, and this has become trendy in the last couple years, and it melts us every time. So you have your like extravagant cake, your beautiful cake, and then at the very bottom on the back is a little frosting version of your dog, like truly your dog, that they make popping out of the bottom of the cake. So cute. Nobody even knows it's there unless you tell them that it's there.
Yeah, that is like
Oh,
the detail of details.
it is. It's so cute.
I love it.
So cute.
Invitations would be a cute way, or save the date, something to that effect.
People do like wedding crests sometimes on their wedding invitations, and they'll make it be like their dog with all the flowers and everything.
If you have any awesome ideas on how to incorporate your dog into your wedding details, let us know.
Or yeah, if you did
We love
anything
learning new
creative,
ways.
that would be awesome to hear. We're always seeing new things. Tip number? Tip number 9. This one is so funny and awesome, and I love it. And
Yes.
we've seen it where maybe your dog can't be at the reception, and so you decide to do this to kind of have them still be there. Or maybe your dog is gonna be around and you just think it would be awesome for the photo booth or something. It is cardboard cutouts of your pets. It is so funny.
Stay with us here.
Yeah, we've seen life-size ones, and then we've seen little ones of just their head. But imagine at your reception, all your friends are dancing around with your dog.
It's really cute.
At the photo booth, it's hilarious. We've seen, again, where like they'll include their dog in the wedding and then just have the cardboard cutouts of their cat and jokingly include them in some pictures. Or have it at the reception and just have everyone dance around with your pets.
It's silly, it's fun.
It's adorable. Here, you can like right here. This is actually, again, we just love our friends at Eagle Photo. We talked all about them in our video a couple weeks ago. But that's Adam and Mary at their wedding. They obviously are obsessed with their dogs too, and got the cardboard cutouts so that they could be there for the reception.
I remember one wedding that we did, the mother of the bride, I think.
Yes, I know exactly.
She didn't know that the dogs, or that the...
They surprised their guests. They
Yeah.
didn't tell anyone the dogs were coming.
So she didn't know that they had booked us to incorporate their dogs into their wedding. So she actually went ahead and surprised them with cardboard
Life
cutouts.
size, like the biggest I've ever seen.
Yes, cardboard cutouts of the dogs, and they had to be like, they're actually really going to be here in person.
Yeah.
But I remember walking into the hotel room and being like,
What is going on? It was awesome. We made it.
yeah. Last but not least, tip number
10. You do it. 10.
Wait, this is really
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. Tip number
10. 10. So our final tip is actually something that is helpful for a lot of reasons and happens before your wedding day, and it is including your pet or your dog in your engagement session. So the way that this relates to your wedding is that, first of all, it can be really great practice. so that you can kind of see how your dog does with posing for photos, with your photographer that will be the same photographer on your wedding day, and just kind of getting familiar with this system since your dog's probably never been a part of a photo shoot before.
Yeah.
It also provides you with some awesome photos. You can include signs that say my humans are getting married with your wedding date. You can use those for your announcements or your invites, or even like we mentioned in our last video, you can use these as details so that you can kind of put them throughout the wedding on tables, on centerpieces, things like that, so that you can incorporate them that way. And so this can be great for dogs that maybe won't be the right fit due to their personality or logistics to include them, like we said, or just as a really cool add-on to prepare them for the wedding day and get some of that practice.
Yes, if you are incorporating your dog into your actual wedding, your photographer is going to be very happy if you incorporate them into the engagement session. As long as you bring someone there to help handle
disclaimer.
them. Yes, exactly. Don't put it all on your photographer.
Exactly.
And don't just, well, I don't want to flat out say this, but don't tie your dog to a tree for your engagement photos.
Or leave them in a car.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah, a lot of photographers in the area, like we work with them, and of course our couples often will use us to also, now we get to know your dog and practice with them ourselves, but you want to make sure you have, whether it's a company or just a designated family member or friend that loves your dog, to be there to kind of help make that session
because they
seamless.
won't be in all of the pictures. Of course, you're going to want to get some with just you and your partner.
Well, we hope you enjoyed all these 10 ways to include your pet in your wedding. These are just some of the most common things that we have seen and that we've been a part of, but again, please comment if you have any other suggestions or things we haven't heard of, because we'd love to hear it. And if you have any questions about including your pet in your wedding, or your girls, you let us know. We'd be happy to help.
We're the crazy dog ladies.
We sure are. Thank you guys for joining us.
Okay.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things so that you can stay up to date. Like she said, we are going to be doing some more content that is for couples who are considering including their wedding, but we'll still be sharing all the fun behind the scenes business stuff too, and kind of how we run our business and what we're up to, but we want to mix it up a little bit and give some content for everyone. Content. Do you like our content?
It is king. All right, well,
bye.
Hope to see you in the next video.
We do.
Until then, stay cute. Hug your pet.
Be kind. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Tip 6.
Oh, I like that. And I'll just make it like Disney. Remember in Disney when they did the ears? It's like, it's time for Disney original movie. And they do like the wand with the Mickey Mouse ears.
We are a fairy tale.
We are.
It's
So
very
it
fitting.
is.
Oh, you didn't sign up for this, did you?
You're just a little baby.
We didn't give him a heads up that we were filming, so. Before, what?
For sure.
Like Alana said, you can, what? Just
Yep.
like Alana said.
Like I said, you know?
Make sure you potty before your reception. Have I never said it out loud before? A lot of couples will be introduced into their Cooper, Grizzy.
So again, it can be if you had them in the wedding or if you didn't, okay?
Let's say it one more time.
Do you understand me? So,
Yes.